okay, you know how I know it's bad out here? Look at this. $5. Someone put in $5. Over here, someone put in $15. And I'm literally about to put in $6 because I cannot afford anything more than $6 of gas. I think a signal of the state of the economy is the level of guilt and shame and just financial incompetence you feel when all you really just did was spend money on food. Peace. I went to Target yesterday to go in and out and grab a few things. That's always what I do. There were a lot of people in there, okay? A lot of them, a majority of them, did not have shopping carts. And if they did have a cart, it was because they had kids and they had to put the kids in the cart. Nobody was loading their cart up. No one was going up and down aisles to shop. Everyone was in for their things and out. That's not a Target. That's not the Target way. Everyone is in, browse, buy crap they don't need, and leave. Not when I went yesterday. It was weird.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to be checking out some videos about recession indicators because a lot of people do feel like we're already in a recession. So we're going to be checking out those videos. But before we get right into this video and hear what people have to say, I want to give a very big shout out to Meditation. Thank you so much for sending me a super thanks of $1.99. I really appreciate you for supporting this channel. Please make sure you click the like button. It helps the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
I'll give you a recession indicator. Go and drive around any neighborhood, your neighborhood, and see how many for sale signs you can spot in your neighborhood. My neighborhood, at least the part that I drive through, okay, I can spot at least 10 for sale signs alone. Multiple of them popping up within the last 2 weeks. Okay, my street alone has 3 houses that have been for sale or for rent. Okay, one of those has been for rent for over the last year. Perfectly fine house. Nothing wrong with it, at least from what I can tell. Why isn't anybody coming to buy it? Oh, wait, because they can't fucking afford it. Go on Zillow or any apartment rental, whatever app, and see how many houses and apartments are for sale or for rent. The amount is astronomical, but so are the prices. It seems like they're just not catching the hint, are they? Like, something's gotta give, because
I know we're in a recession because everybody at Aldi is putting their carts up. Like, look at all these carts. Before, when I would go to Aldi, there would be 3 or 4 carts laying around. Now there's none.
Recession indicator I haven't seen anybody address is at the gym. It doesn't matter what time it is anymore. It's always busy. It's just busy. Nobody's supposed to be anywhere no more. Nobody has jobs. Nobody has jobs. So it's just we're all here. And the people who do have jobs, they're on their Teams call, but ignoring it. It's muted, camera off. So like they're here, but you're really at work. This used to be a safe space for the truly unemployed. You get there, it's about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. It's just a bunch of different versions of you. Nobody has a haircut. Everyone's life is terrible. It's all in shambles. And we think we can fix it with calisthenics. It was good. We had a good thing going. But now there's way too many. There's way too many. We can't all not have a job. Somebody's got to work. Somebody has to cut out there. And if you wasn't feeling social, it was a safe period, right? It was after the morning workouts, you know, those people go to their jobs, but it wasn't late enough that like the jobless are up. Like it was too early for them. It was around like 8:30 to like 10 would just kind of be a few of y'all. This economy is collapsing and you can see it at the squat rack. Everybody has ass now. Everybody has ass. I'm walking around Midtown. Everybody has ass now.
Here's a recession indicator. In my apartment complex, I am seeing more and more people get evicted than ever. I've started to see Section 8 people show up at my apartment complex, and it's a very luxurious apartment complex. And most importantly, what showed up this month on the little rent bill on the app is flex pay. So you can pay in 2 payments instead of just all at once. So I saw about 5 months ago, they had extended the due date by 1 day. It used to be due on the 3rd, and then you would get a late payment. But now it's due on the 4th, and then you get a late payment on the 5th. So that was the first indicator. Then I started seeing people get evicted. One of my friends got evicted. She said 4 other people were getting evicted with her at the same time in my apartment complex. And then, like I started seeing Section 8 people show up. There's a big one. And then most importantly, like I said, flex pay. Flex pay showing up on the apartment payment, kind of a big deal. And this is in San Diego, California, so it's already expensive enough to live here. So things are starting to crack And I'm just curious to see how long it can last.
Everybody has their own personal recession indicator, and for me, it is my willingness to now do a return. Like now, I need every single coin. To the point where my bathroom renovation has finished and the guys had a little leftover tile. I am now at Floor and Decor because I'm going to be returning these individual pieces of tile because they told me that I could. Everyone in the store is staring at me because they've got about 20 minutes until they close, so I gotta be quick. I don't think I needed this much, honestly, but... And now that that's done, I'm gonna go treat myself to some meatloaf from Cracker Barrel. Refund well spent.
I think we've all forgotten just how far a $20 bill used to go. You could keep a $20 bill for 2 weeks, okay? And I'm talking you'd be well fed, you probably would have went to the movies and maybe bought you something from Forever 21. $20 used to be like having $50. With $20, you could go to McDonald's and buy a meal for 3 people. With $20, you could buy an outfit at the mall and then get something from the food court. Drinks used to be $4 at Starbucks. An expensive meal at McDonald's was like $8, I think. Going to the movies used to be like $2 to $3, sometimes $5. An expensive movie theater, again, was $8. A $20 bill used to go far. A $20 bill used to fill my tank. I lie to you not. I could get a full tank on my 2012 Honda Civic in 2017 with $20. $20 now is like having $5.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of people think the world that we experienced before COVID is somehow going to come back, and that world is long gone. While it has not been fully established, the American people, we are in a recession. There's no way I just saw someone pay $95 for gas. Like, that's literally a bill. And I hate to say it, until we, the people, start cutting out expenses and making these corporations feel it, nothing's going to change. Like, I think it's been made very clear, these people do not care about our well-being as humans. And it's up to us to kind of put our foot down to make that happen.
You know how I know we are in a recession? Today, I forgot my water bottle at home, and I'm thinking I'll just buy water at work from the vending machine. I always get the core water, because that's what they have. Now imagine my surprise when I get to the vending machine and see that they swapped out core for Aquafina.
Y'all want to know a real recession indicator? I ain't seen nobody talk about $200 dates in months.
This is going to sound really weird, but one thing that I truly see as like an indicator that we are in the end times is the fact that people who don't eat anymore. Like back in the day, there was almost like a ritual around smoking. It was almost something sacred. Like, you used to pack up your bowl and do your thing, and then you would go downstairs and bake a tray of brownies. And yeah, maybe it wasn't homemade brownies, it was like from a mix or something, but you were still making brownies. And then you would eat all of the brownies with your bros, and then you would go downstairs and play GTA. Now it's like everybody just has like these Alibaba, Delta 8, like blue Jizzberry schizophrenia carts. And all they do is just like sit in bed all day and doom scroll while hitting their Delta 8 Alibaba blue Jizzberry card. I didn't know that there was a way to make people who smoke like more lazy, but they somehow managed to do it. Like, no shade to people who smoke, but like, you know that I'm telling the truth. This genuinely feels like some MK Ultra BS, and I'm not here for it. Like, I really hate to use 4chan terminology, but like, I don't know how else to describe this phenomenon besides like the increasing slopification of things that are already goy slop, you know? Just the increasing slopification of everything is so prominent and obvious to me, and it makes me feel crazy because I feel like I'm the only one who notices it.
There's a lot of recession indicators right now. Listen, there's a lot of recession indicators right now. The number one recession indicator is white people delivering food. I'm getting white door dashers. I mean, when white people start becoming street waiters, you know a recession is coming. When you know nothing that's not good. A lot of 30-year-olds are living with their parents, and that's becoming normal. I don't know how many people I know that's 30 that live with their parents, and they got jobs. These are not broke people, but it's not sustainable. Like, and also these gas prices at this rate, people not gonna buy nothing. If you gotta choose gas over, you gotta choose gas over everything now. You can't even have a decent life because gas is a damn Happy Meal. Gas is $7. You get a Happy Meal without the Happy. That's what's going on. These are all recession indicators. We're heading towards a recession. If these gas prices don't go down, if they don't start going down, I'm telling you, economists are saying this, it's not going to be good. Because at 30 years old, now it's not even looked at as bad. It's like, we get it, bro. You're trying to be frugal. Living with your parents at this point is a financially smart decision. That's how bad it is. Shout out to all the white Door Dashers, man. God, what's going on?
You know, a huge recession indicator, when nobody is kind anymore, everybody's nasty as fuck. Nobody says thank you, excuse me, how are you, smiles, is kind. Like, it's just, nobody's like that anymore. Like, and don't get me wrong, there are some people, but like, I noticed that a lot of people are just nasty these days. And I feel like, you know, it does have to do with a lot of people burnt out because everybody's working 50, 60 hours just to stay afloat. You know, a lot of people are going through a lot of stress and struggling, but we need to bring back kindness, politeness. Everybody's going through something you know nothing about. Like, everybody, I promise you, everybody's going through something. Some people more than others, but as somebody whose life is literally falling apart right now, like I still can't be that nasty to people. Like, it's just, it's not in me. If I see somebody, I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna say, hi, how are you doing? It doesn't matter if I just buried my mama that day, cremated my mama that day. I'm still gonna be a kind person.
Today is Tuesday, May 19th, and I have a couple of really important recession indicators to share with you, and they're not the typical ones that you've been seeing across your TikTok over the last few months. These recession indicators are coming from my clients in the upper end of the K economy. So not my necessarily lower end of the upper K or my higher income earning upper middle class people, but my wealthiest tier clients. This is the first time that I've seen any recession indicators in this group of people, and they've all happened over the last 2 to 3 weeks. The first thing that I've seen, several clients sent me messages questioning their bill, not in like a way that like I did the billing wrong or mischarged them or whatever, like just more like asking questions about it. And what became very clear is that this was the first time they had ever looked at their bill. These are people that have been using me for a long time, all the time. And I had no idea that they had never looked at their billing before. So I'm walking them through kind of the basics of their billing as if they were seeing it for the first time, which I think they were. So suddenly this group is looking at what they're paying for things when they may have previously not paid attention. Also interesting that I have clients that didn't know what they were paying. Very interesting. So the next thing is we have a client, he would be in that upper end of the tier economy, people that own multiple homes. He sold a very well-known Minnesota brand for a lot of money and owns another well-known Minnesota brand. He, is used to taking people out to dinner, teams of people all the time for his whole career, because obviously he's owned big businesses. But he said he took a team of 11 people to a dinner downtown Minneapolis. And I want to mention the restaurant so that there's some context, but I don't want to call the restaurant out. Not that it didn't do anything wrong, but I don't want to call the restaurant out. So it's not like the most expensive restaurant we have in Minneapolis, but it is a nicer restaurant. So he was freaking out. Freaking out's the wrong word. He was having a lot to say about the fact that the bill was $5,000. He was shocked. He said normally when he takes a group of 10 or 11 people out, he's used to a tab, kind of in the $2,000 range, maybe $2,500, depending on if they order more expensive wine or something. He said the tab, $2,000 of the tab was wine and $3,000 was food. So $3,000 in food for 11 people. What is that, like $300 a person? My math is, I'm very tired today. But what was noteworthy about it is he talked about it for quite a while, like just flabbergasted that the cost to take a team out to dinner has basically doubled, and kind of wondering how and when that happened. And this is the first time that a upper end of the K economy customer has noticed inflation and felt it and had something to say about it. So that's going to be something that I'm going to continue watching as we move forward. We know how everybody else in the economy is doing and how much pressure they're feeling with inflation. I don't need to beat a dead horse there. But I'm going to be watching my clients in the upper end of the K economy, and I will let you know what I continue to see going forward.
I think we're past the point of the news and the government being able to gaslight Americans about the current state of our economy, which is like finally, because for the longest time y'all were believing that, oh no, the economy's fine. Babe, the economy has been not fine. Like, what they won't tell you is that we are pretty deep into depression territory. I mean, jobs are nowhere to be found. I mean, of course, like, if you still want a job, like, you can find a job, but it's gonna be tough. There's just not as many jobs as there were, and jobs ain't paying shit. The price of gas is high as giraffe ass, and of course food has gotten into astronomical territory. Like, even when I go out, I'm like, damn, drinks are now like $20. If you want like an alcoholic beverage, salads are $20, spaghetti is $20-$30, burgers are $20-$30. Like, cheap food has now gotten like just out of hand. But also here in Austin, like, why are people robbing Macy's? Why are people robbing Round Rock outlets? Like, you know, they used to say like thieves don't rob empty houses. Well, now they do. What is going on? Like, you came out in the rain to rob a store at the Round Rock outlets, like that broke ass mall. And I mean, the gag is, even if you went to the Domain, like, and tried to rob Neiman Marcus is broke too. They ain't got no money. The Chanel store closed. So, like, y'all should be worried. Like, this is the time to stock up on food. Don't let them manipulate you into buying stocks and, you know, buying too much gold. Like, no, babe, you need to be stocking up on meat. You need to be stocking up on Blickies, because people are gonna start robbing their neighbors for food. Stay woke.
Bro, only in America are people arguing at the fucking pump that says white people did this. Not all white people. I hate Trump too. If you voted for Trump, you voted for this. Thank the Jews. Thank you, Trump. Thank God prices are up. Suck a fat one, Trump. We hate you.
Gotta be a recession indicator, because when did going out to eat become the main event? I remember when you would plan something, going out to eat was kind of like a given that you would do after the main event. Like, you'd be like, oh, let's go to the movies, let's go skating, and then let's go out to eat after. But when did we cut out the fun part and go straight to let's go out to eat? Like, I'm seeing a lot of people make it seem like going out to eat is the event, and I'm like, no, that's what are we actually doing? Are we just going to a restaurant? Like, is that it? It used to be that we would go out, have fun, and then go out to eat after. Now it seems like everybody's just, oh, let's go out to eat. What? And now everybody's smoked out. Nobody wants to do anything fun anymore. It's either we smoking or we eating. Smoking or eating. Smoking or eating. That's all people do. Occasionally they'll switch it up and say, let's drink and smoke and then eat. Like, I specifically remember when going out to eat was like the secondary plan. It was never the primary objective. And to see people making it the primary objective, like, it does something to my spirit. As someone who doesn't really enjoy going out to eat, it hurts me physically. This is just like $50 plus a tip. No.
So I have been posting videos pointing out the recession indicators that I have been noticing based on our current economy. And one that I've noticed is that everyone feels like they're bad with money right now because of how bad prices are. People are spending money on everyday regular things, and because of how much they cost now, like gas, groceries, people feel like they're bad with money, or they feel like they don't know how to budget, or they feel like they don't know how to properly save money, when realistically, you really can't budget your way out of a bad economy. You basically have to be a financial guru now to see if you can afford to get a coffee in the morning on the way to work. And you gotta figure out if you can afford to get to work. Things we used to just buy and pick up and not even think about, you gotta now double check and be like, is it worth the cost? Can't even really get a sweet treat anymore. People don't even get appetizers anymore. They just get an entree if they can afford to go out to eat. Even the price of regular common body products like deodorant, body wash. Fuck you mean they cost this much money just to shower? And it's not even like people aren't learning to budget more, to save more, to coupon and everything. It's hard to save for a rainy day when every day seems to be raining. People are being priced out of buying the most regular things because everything is priced like luxury now.
In no particular order, here are a list of things that I no longer think are worth the money. 1, getting your nails done. I got my nails done for Easter with my girls, and why were my nails, just my nails, $110 before tip? No, not worth it. I absolutely will not. I love them. They did a great job, but I'm not spending that to get my nails done, and it's just not worth it for me. Number 2, mid-tier food. I'm talking Chipotle, BB Bop, the places where you go in. It's not like a drive-through fast food situation, but it's also not a sit-down restaurant. Those mid-tier foods, why am I paying $60 to feed my family? Absolutely not. I'm not spending $18 on Chipotle for myself. Absolutely not. That is another thing that is no longer worth the money. Number 3, and my last one, oil changes. Why is my oil change $200? I swear on my life, I used to be able to get an oil change for like $50. Like $200 for an oil change, out of this world.
We all know what happens during the summer. It's not summer in like the summer that we used to know. So I mean, those things are actually signs, because people are actually choosing to just be at home. There are a lot. There's a lot of reasons why that has to happen. Of course, a lot of people are broke. I feel like some businesses are actually closing down, because now there are a lot of things that people used to have disposable income to actually do or spend their money on, but now people are actually, you know, not doing that as much. They're cutting back on a lot of things, which is making some businesses actually shut down. Restaurants are getting quieter because the money ain't there, you know. There are a lot of unemployed people and not a lot of jobs out there. That's just the biggest highlight of a recession to me. I feel like a lot of people have actually stopped spending money on things that they used to enjoy, and most families don't travel as much as they used to. Like by now, a lot of families will be traveling, going to places, but they're not traveling. Most people are not traveling as much. I guess you're just gonna have fun in your house. Like you better enjoy the rent that you have paid or the mortgage. Might as well, because outside is a lot of money. Outside costs so much. As you all have also seen, there's a lot of layoffs. Companies are cutting workers out. Things like dollar stores I think are booming a lot, because there are a lot of people who have admitted that that's really the store that they be going to back and forth. Even though the dollar store still has a lot of things that are expensive and you can barely find anything for $1, it's still a place where a lot of people are going to. Another big one is a lot of young adults are forced to move back in with their parents and live with their parents, or some never even left because they're working, but still they can't really afford living on their own. They can't afford paying for an apartment, and that's a big recession indicator. You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.